Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our Holiday Bowl game preview between the Baylor Bears and the UCLA Bruins. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Baylor.
Let's take a look at the Baylor Bears in this matchup, and running back Lake Seastrunk's blazing speed is the great equalizer. This guy can go from 0 to 60 in an instant, and that's a big play waiting to happen. But when you look at the passing game, quarterback Nick Florence has done an outstanding job all season long, and I think they should find ways to put free safety Tevin McDonald's replacement in bad situations, and that's with a combination of combo routes, 2-on-1 type of routes, layered routes. So look for wide receiver Terrence Williams to have a big day throwing the football, and plus that offensive line has been doing a great job all season long keeping these guys well protected. Now defensively, they have a fast defense overall. There are a lot of speed at every position, but they're very light up front. Outstanding players though with Gary Mason Jr. and Terrence Lloyd. But when you look at the linebacking core, I like what I see out of Bryce Hager's ability to close a gap with speed. That's going to have to happen. He has 8.5 TFLs, 115 tackles. Him and Eddie Lackey do a great job in playing behind the line of scrimmage. So they're going to have to win up front versus UCLA that wants to run the football and wants to control the clock and win it with defense. If they can put these guys in passing situations, that goes a long way in helping Baylor win this ball game. Let's move over to UCLA in this ball game, and when you look at quarterback Brett Huntley and running back Jonathan Franklin, the way they run the football, they do a great job of dictating the tempo, and that eases them into their passing game. However, when you look at the passing game, they do have the personnel on the outside to play high post football with tight end Joseph Fourier and Shaq Evans. Those guys do a great job of high pointing the football, boxing out a cornerback, and making big plays in the passing game. But defensively, no Tevin McDonald. That's a huge blow to their secondary, but they have a lethal pass rush combination of Detone Jones and Anthony Barr. Those guys do a great job of playing behind the line of scrimmage, but the inside linebacker play will be vital versus the Baylor's run game. You have to eliminate the fear of the cutback. If Lake Seastrunk gets one of those lanes, he can take it the distance. But the secondary will have to be ready for a track meet. You look at guys like Andrew Abbott and Aaron Hesser. Because of Baylor's ability to spread the field and attack the individual matchups, they widen down the defense. The secondary has to be ready to win those one-on-one battles. Wide receiver Terrence Williams is a pro prospect, one of the pro prospects for Baylor that you want to keep an eye on. 6'2", 205. The guy reminds me a lot of Keenan McCardell in his ability to run excellent routes and contort his body to get both feet in bounds. It also has tremendous hands and solid speed to take the top off of a defense. And you look at defensive end Detone Jones. UCLA has two pro prospects as well on their defense. So Detone Jones is one of these guys that can play in a 3-4 and also in a 4-3. Outstanding pass rush ability and uses his hands very well. And that helps him get off blocks so that way he could be an effective run defender, which he is. So it makes him a complete defensive end. Mike Singletary is a campus legend for the Baylor Bears. Played for Baylor from 1977 to 1980 and was a two-time consensus All-American in 79 and also in 1980. You talk about making an impact. This guy was a terror for the old Southwest Conference. And when you look at J.J. Stokes, before there was Randy Moss, before there was Calvin Johnson, there was J.J. Stokes. This guy was an outstanding player for UCLA. One of the first big wide receivers to come out the college ranks, tore up the Pac-10 in 1993, seventh in the Heisman Trophy voting. He was a consensus All-American, had over 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. I like the Bruins in this ball game. I think this game will break the scoreboard. You look at both offenses being able to put up points. Both have explosive players in the backfield. Both have outstanding quarterbacks and talented wide receivers. This game will come down to which defense will show up, and I like the 3-4 pass rush coming from UCLA. Detone Jones, Anthony Barr, I think those guys will have a huge impact on the outcome, so it will alleviate some of the pressure of not having Tevin McDonald back there as a free safety to eliminate mistakes. I think their front seven of UCLA will do a great job in slowing down the Baylor Bears offense.